Welcome to another MLB The Show Chicago Cubs franchise video. We are at the end of the month of May, and as you can see, we are currently sitting in third place at 28 and 27. We are 4 games behind the St. Louis Cardinals. We did not have a good month this year. Let me show you the calendar real quick. Last month we went 12 and 15 in the month of May, and as you can see, again, we did not have a good month. One of our best hitters for them so far has been Ian Happ. He's hitting .319 with 9 home runs and 31 RBIs. The young prospect that we called up to take out to replace Jason Hayward, Francisco Zapata, has been hitting .250 with 4 home runs and 6 RBIs. He has only managed 32 at-bats so far this season, so take with it what you will. It's kind of he's doing well. Given the number of at-bats he's had, he's doing well. We're going to take a look. We show off some more statistics, but we're going to show off the pitcher statistics. As you can see, Drew Smyly has gone 6-2 so far with a 4.22 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. You see on the screen that you see Luis Medina. We went ahead and called him up and took out Adbert Alzolay because at the time Alzolay was 3-5 with a 5.43 ERA and a 1.50 WHIP. He just wasn't. He wasn't getting the support, and it wasn't cutting it as far as what we needed. So I was gonna call up a different pitcher than Medina, but that pitcher was not on the 40-man roster, and we had a full 40, so I didn't really want to mess with it. So we went ahead and called up Medina. Medina was 6-2 at the time in AAA, so honestly, I feel like we made a decent choice in our pick. Another thing that we also did was, no, I don't think I did that yet. Let me look at something. I'm trying to remember if I did what I think I did. Okay, yeah, we did. We went ahead and sent Josh Harrison down to AAA, and we called it Gleyber Torres from AAA. Gleyber was tearing it up down there in AAA. Harrison was kind of bombing on the majors, but he wasn't playing a lot. He was mostly on the bench, and we just figured, it'd be better just to go ahead, send Harrison down, give him some more time on the AAA side. Bring up Torres. Given that Torres, given what Torres was able to do, and then given what Torres can do, it just made perfect sense. We're taking a quick look here at the standings. As you can see, the Cardinals lead the National League Central with a 32-23 record. They have been a problem. They have been a problem for me for a good chunk of the season. The Braves actually lead the National League East at 34-21. They are 3 games behind the Marlins, which, honestly, the fact that the Marlins are doing so well is kind of creepy, because usually they're down towards the bottom, so the fact that the Marlins are doing this well, it's kind of creeps me out. You have the Mets, the Phillies, who we're about to start a series with, and then you got the Nationals. So that's just bad. National League West, you got the Dodgers, pretty much, you know, I mean, come on, at this point they own the West. It's them and then everybody else. They're 7.5 games ahead of the Giants. At this present point in time, Giants have 31 and 26. So. And then the wild card, it's the Marlins and the Giants with the Brewers a half game back. We are down there at 2 games back. We are bunched up with the Mets and the Padres. The American League East had the Blue Jays and the Yankees are fighting out for supremacy, with the Rays kind of hanging around. The Red Sox and the Orioles are pretty much just propping up the bottom of the division so that it just doesn't fall out, especially the Orioles. National League Central, the Twins actually have a 4.5 game lead on the Guardians. It looks like it's not. It actually looks like a really competitive division because you've got every team except for the Royals has at least 25 wins or more. I mean it's a 5.5 game lead, and that's from first to fourth basically. So the Central is going to be another one of those. It's going to be a fun division to watch. The American League West, the Mariners are 2 games ahead of the Angels. The Rangers are actually 2.5 games back, with the Astros at 4 and the Athletics at 11. Athletics are kind of doing their job. They're holding up the bottom of the division. The wild card right now has the Yankees and the Rays as their leaders, with the Angels a half game back, the Rangers a game back, Guardians a game and a half. Tigers 2 back, White Sox 2.5, Astros 2.5. So the wild card in the American League is going to probably it could very well be a tight race. It could come down to a few games here and there, and that's going to be an interesting, fun moment. Right before I started recording this, we ended up doing the amateur draft. We ended up drafting out of the 6 draft picks that we drafted, we signed 5. We signed, as you can see on the screen, Troy Ramirez, who's a starting pitcher. We signed him. We signed Tanner Kutch, who's another starting pitcher. We signed Freddie Smith, who's a center fielder. Ellis Conway, another starter. And then Cesar Santana, another starting pitcher. We were picking at, I believe it was 20 and 21. I think it was 21 for the first round, 20 for the other rounds. So we kind of went with what we could get. The last guy on this list, Julio Leon, he has a deep potential. It was the last pick, and we were like, okay, we'll take a flyer. Yeah. But everybody else on this list is either C potential or B. We did not strike any A's, unfortunately. But honestly, given what we were able to find, 19 years old, 19, 20, 18, I feel like we're hitting our stride, and hopefully we can hit our stride. We can pick up some young talent. Pick up some young talent that can develop and get us going over the hump the next couple of years. Another thing that we want to get into is the All-Star voting. I took a look at all the All-Star voting. As you can see on the list, you see that we have a Chicago Cub, Happ, who leads the All-Star voting for left fielders. I took a look at each position and I found a Cub player. So Cody Heuer has got himself 70,000 votes as a relief pitcher. He is currently sitting in 8th place as relievers for that position. Edwin Diaz has 372,000 votes. He is sitting second for closers, right behind Giovanni Gallegos. Wilson Contreras has 105,000 votes. He's sitting 12th. Frank Schwindel has 148,000 All-Star votes. He's sitting 13th. Nick Madrigal had 129,000 All-Star votes. He sat 14th. Jonathan Villar had 251,000 All-Star votes. He's sitting 10th. Nico Horner had 144,000 All-Star votes. He sat 11th. Francisco Zapata had 77,000 All-Star votes. He had 16th as far as center fielders. And then the other outfield position, let's see. The other outfield position, okay, that's right. Yeah, the right field position, we had Tyler Naquin has 219,000 All-Star votes. He's sitting 10th. He is currently sitting on the IL. Robbie Grossman had 64,000 All-Star votes. He's sitting 18th. And Seiya Suzuki has 31,000 votes. He's sitting at the bottom of the list. Unfortunately, he has been out for a while, so getting Suzuki back in the running of things, basically, Suzuki's going to have to have he's going to have one hell of a month of June, and basically the month of June and the first probably about 2 weeks of July, he's going to have to pretty much come on strong. We'll take another look probably when we get to the beginning of July, just to kind of have a reference for where we're sitting at. Like, did certain players move up? Did they move down? What are we looking at for All-Star voting? It's kind of interesting. Last thing we're going to look at is the top prospects, because I did see some interesting movement. The number one overall prospect is still Juan Rosas of the Royals. Nolan Gorman of the Cardinals is at number 2. Harry Ford of the Mariners is at number 3. Shane Baez slipped down to number 4. Anthony Volpe is at number 5. Francisco Alvarez is sitting at number 6. He's on the Major League roster. Roki Suzuki is sitting at number 7. He's on the Major League roster for the Royals. I don't expect to see the two of them on this list for much longer, especially considering they're in the majors. Novelli Marte moved up to 8th. Jordan Lauer moved up, is at number 9. Mick Abel with the Blue Jays is sitting in the top, is sitting at 10. We have Brennan Davis sitting at 11 with the Cubs. Jordan Walker with the Cardinals is sitting at 12. Emerson Hancock is at 13 with the Mariners. Jackson Jobe is sitting at 14 with the Tigers. Josh Jung is sitting at number 15. Sam Bachman is sitting at 16. Benny Montgomery is at 17. Martin Avalos is sitting at 18. Ronnie Mauricio is sitting at 19. Andrew Pointer is sitting at 20. Alec Aik Thomas sitting at 21. Quinn Priester is sitting at 22. Brady House is sitting at 23. Marcelo Mayer is sitting at 24. Matthew Liberatore is sitting at 25. Then we've got Bobby Miller with the Dodgers. Cole Watson, Zach Veen, Michael Bush, Diego Contoya, Corbin Carroll, Marcio Luciano, Luis Matos. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Kyle Harrison. Wow. So in the top, so this is interesting, and I didn't see this till I was looking through the list. There's 4 Giants, back to back to back. One of them is on the Major League squad. That's Corbin Carroll. Luciano is in AAA. Matos is in AAA. Harrison is in AA. Then they've got, let's see, there's Sal Fredericks, Sal Frelick at number 35 with the Rangers. He's in AAA. Let's see. I cannot pronounce this name. Layover Perigo. He's with the Pirates. He's on the Major League roster. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Let's see. He's sitting at 71. His potential dropped to a B. Andy Pages, Gunnar Henderson. We have another Cubs prospect. This one's sitting at number 39. It's AA pitching prospect Jaime Diaz. Simon Woods Richardson sitting at 40. Nolan Jones. Ryan Rolson. Michael Harris. Oliver Martinez. Austin Martin. Robert Hansel. Xavier Edwards. Edward Cabrera. Brett Batty. Kevin Gosman line out the top 50. So this is an interesting top 50 list. The fact that they gotta be doing bad if they're bringing him up now, unfortunately at 25. But then again, it could be interesting. We have Jaime Diaz. He's slowly starting to make his climb. Again, it's one of those where I don't want to push him too quickly. We may bring him up to AAA next year, depending on how he does, how he finishes out his season in AA. It's still, we still don't know. But this is an interesting top 50 prospect list. I did find it interesting, the movement that was made, some of the movement I saw, and then looking through this list, some of the movement that surprised me. It surprises me. One thing that definitely caught me was the fact that the Giants have so many. The Giants have so many prospects. Okay, they don't have so many, but they have 4 prospects that are all sitting in a collective with each other at 31 to 34, and they're all spread out between AA and the majors. It's just surprising to me. That's just surprising to me to see what we're looking at. But we'll see how the list changes throughout the year. We'll see how things go. Until next time, guys, and thank you for following along. This is, like I said, this has been your update for the month of May. We will get going into the month of June. We'll have another we'll have another update for the month of June at some point as we keep moving forward and, keep watching these Chicago Cubs grow. Until next time, we'll see y'all later.